Hey, welcome back and thanks for tuning in my channel. So today, I'm reviewing, rating, and giving facts on Square Enix's Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, kind of a spoiler alert, so if you don't want to know anything really, then don't watch this. But still watch it because it's going to shed light, and if you haven't decided to not play this game, because you've either played the original or whatever, I'm telling you, everything I'm about to tell you, you're going to want to play this game because I held out on the longest time for it because I found out that Square Enix was going to make it a series. So this game is actually just a part of the story. It's not the entire story, which at first you're like, well, that's stupid. Why would I want to buy it then? It's definitely worth it. It took me 35 hours to complete the game. That's doing all but like 2 side quests, not finding all the weapons and, all the summons and other materia and stuff like that. Now, this game is literally a remake, not a remaster. There are elements that are familiar to you from the original if you've played it, but there are a lot of extra stuff put in, like extra filler such as side quests and even extra things from characters like a boss fight or just pretty much anything really. It was like it was like playing the game all over again and it's brand new. Like there's stuff going on that I was like, this entire sequence wasn't in the game. So, now, what is the type of spoiler that I'm going to tell you that would make you want to actually play it instead of waiting for the rest of the series to come out is because, or just not playing at all, is because Final Fantasy VII, like I said, it's a remake and it's exactly what it is. The end of this game, you basically change the game. Like, the arbiter of fate or whatever is messing with you throughout the entire game, and all these wisps and things like prevent you from doing certain things because they're supposed to keep you on the road of destiny, and you're destined to do what you did in the original Final Fantasy, but then you break Destiny's bridge, and so now after the events of this last game, anything can happen. So there are people throwing theories out there that Aerith might not die, which I know if you played the original Final Fantasy VII, you were like, oh, I put all that work into Aerith and now she's dead? She gone? No. Apparently, people are saying that since the game from here on out, or from the end of this one on out, is going to be completely different, not completely, but very pretty much different, that Aerith will actually live. So you can put all that work into her, level her up, and buy her stuff and just work on her. So, I mean, hopefully, because she's badass in this game. No, the gameplay is amazing. It's a mix between the new style and classic. I'm going to show some clips on that. And this game was just a lot of fun. I loved it so much. I wish I would have just started playing it when it first came out. And so we'll just get on with it, and I'll show you some clips of just the gameplay, the graphics, and stuff like that. Here we go. Now, when I first started playing this game, I didn't know what to expect because I loved the old style combat in the original. But this fast-paced action, and including the tactical pause menu, to still give it that old school Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, 9 type of gameplay, and Final Fantasy X. It was just really good. And you can just switch between characters and command. And the bosses are great too. Like, I don't remember fighting a Hell House in the original, and they brought back all the original summons, all your favorite. This is me summoning Shiva.
You're up.
Now, once the summon comes into play, it fights alongside you, it does its own thing, and you can use ATB, which is basically like, attack points to have them do special things, and then once their gauge goes out, then they do their classic move, like this is Diamond Dust. And that's how it is throughout the entire game. To do magic or anything, you use items, you need ATB gauge to be filled up, which kind of makes it more challenging, but a lot more fun. Looks pretty dope, right? I had so much fun with this game. I did not for a moment get bored, or it didn't drag. The story is very capturing, it's capturing because if you've played the original, you get that nostalgic feel. But also, like I said, there's elements in it and you're like, wait, that wasn't in the original. You're like, well, what's going on? And there was always that. In this one, they made sure that there was an element that you had no idea what was going on. Because, then it would just be predictable. This was not predictable in any which way. I loved it. The gameplay was great. The characters are great. I love the voices for the characters too. They definitely chose the right type of voice actors. And there's a lot of, cameos for characters that are later on in the game in the original. And it's just, I'm upset because it's over and now I have to wait until the next part, but it's still so good. Definitely worth your money. Definitely worth playing. It's, if there was any reason to have a PlayStation, this is it. Like, this game was freaking amazing. I loved it so freaking much. But yeah, so call me biased or whatever, but this game's perfect in every way. There's nothing I would change about it. I mean, the ATB gauge made it very challenging because you'd be like, okay, I need to heal. Oh wait, crap. I gotta block and like run around and make quick hits so I can get my ATB back so I can cast cure or whatever. Not like in the original, you said, oh cure, you know, or items out the butt, but yeah, no. It's still very good. I can't keep on saying it's very good because that's how good it was. It was so good. Oh, it was so great. Yeah, and and then you actually get to understand the origins of some characters more. Like in the original, we didn't really get to know that much about Aerith, but Aerith is like the main component in this one. You find out everything about her origins, growing up, friends, etc. It's just it's so good. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It's Square Enix definitely making me wait like 10 plus years for this remake that they teased back when PS3 was first coming out, and they finally did it, and they did it beautifully, and I cannot wait for the next one. I'm giving Final Fantasy VII Remake a 10 out of 10, 100%, A+. It's freaking fantastic. So good. So good. So, anyways, that's my review on Final Fantasy VII Remake. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was somewhat insightful if you had any questions about it. But yeah, definitely give it a try. And if you've already played the game, let me know what you liked about it, what you liked about it the most. And if there's anything you didn't like about it, drop that down too. And those of you that haven't played it, go play it. And if you can remember, come back here and let me know what you thought. So until next time, see you then.